Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement. At this juncture, the Ministry of Agriculture's programs is geared towards food and nutrition security. It is critical at this juncture that we focus in that direction, especially for soaring prices at the supermarkets and other markets around the island, and we know why. It is not something that we cause on ourselves. That is why we need to produce what we grow and eat what we grow. Like we say in the ministry, eat fresh, St. Lucia's best. Every show from now on moving forward is geared towards our food and nutrition security. That is the mantra of the Ministry of Agriculture. That is the mantra of the Minister, Honorable Alfred Prosper, moving forward. Every commodity that we have worked on, especially our mango festival, our banana festival, and recently there was a breadfruit and breadnut festival put on by the Anglican Church. All of this harmonizes what we call our food and nutrition security. Hello and welcome to the program, Agriculture on the Move. I am Philip Sidney, your host. Today we are focusing on Seamoss production. And with me here today is to my far right, Mr. Nemrod Biscomb, who is the owner of Seamoss Life Inc. And next to him, a rose between two thorns, is Miss Prisca Charles, who is the owner of Exella Seamoss. Good day to both of you.
Good day, sir.
I'll start with you, Nimrod. You seem to be in this Seamoss business for a while. Tell us your journey in the Seamoss industry in St. Lucia.
All right, so that's a very long journey.
Make it short.
Well, basically, I'm from Dennery. I grew up playing around with Seamoss because I have a background diving and stuff of that nature, right? But then when I really got serious into Seamoss was in about 2001, 2000 thereabout. I started going to Prale with my aunt and some other people from the community, and I saw them planting this thing on the Prale Islet. You know, and out of curiosity and troublesomeness, I started playing. And then by the time you know it, I ended up with a farm.
Very interesting.
I ended up with a Seamoss farm. All right. The journey took a while. For a few years, it was just a struggle, basically, because as you know, there wasn't really markets for Seamoss, even locally. I mean, locals were, everybody had that. Everybody could have just go and cook a little bit of Seamoss, make some Seamoss drinks, you know? So it was kind of difficult. But we got a break in around 2010 when the Ministry of Agriculture brought in the Spanish dude with this new strain of Seamoss. And that thing was growing like grass, wild. That was crazy. The growth on it. I mean, within 6 to 8 weeks, this thing would have been about the length of my arm. All right? But then with that, it presented its challenges because after a while, I ended up with a whole house full of Seamoss and nowhere to sell it.
Wow.
So I started moving about with Seamoss, trying to get it in the supermarkets. I did Seamoss gels. I ended up at Glass and some of the supermarkets around the island. But then that wasn't enough. So in 2016, 2017, this vlogger came to St. Lucia by the name of Tish Wonders. And she said she wanted to visit the farm. So I was like, you know what, you're there already, so we're gonna use what you have. And she started making this video. She made this video and it kind of went viral on YouTube. And so that is what created the big buzz around St. Lucia Seamoss. All right. I also partnered with Chris Kailash. I would be wrong if I do not mention his name.
Definitely.
I partnered with Chris Kailash in 2018, 2019 we started sending Seamoss to Canada via a guy by the name of Akim Pierre. You can look him up on YouTube. Very nice dude. And things just took off from there. So basically, that's the story of how St. Lucia Seamoss became popular.
Wow, wow, interesting. And of course, you got yourself associated with the Prale Seamoss
yes.
farmers.
Oh yes, I must say
Yes.
I must mention Prale Seamoss Farmers Association. It's like I always tell everybody, all of y'all, whenever I come to y'all, that's my mother.
That's right.
Because those people that I was going and fool around with are actually members of Prale Seamoss Farmers Association. Okay, and I am on their books as a member.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, they are important. They are an important part to this story.
Yes, definitely, I understand. Okay, let me go to Prisca now because we have so much to talk about that. We have very little time. Prisca, tell us about yourself. Are you involved with? You are a farmer, and you're also a processor. How did you get involved with Seamoss production?
Well, actually, I got involved during COVID, when there was nothing else to do.
Nowhere to go, nothing to do.
Nowhere to go, nothing to do. So, well, the only place you could go is by the beach. So when you go by the beach and spending your time there, you better just do something more important than just bathing in the sea. So my husband decided to have a Seamoss farm, and I was like, okay, if you're going to have a Seamoss farm, then I have to try and see what else, or all what I can do with Seamoss.
Right.
So I started doing my research and doing, reading, watching videos and stuff, and then I just decided, okay, I would go into the gummies because everybody else was doing gel and drinks and stuff. So I just decided, okay, I will go into gummies.
Yeah, but before you get to the gummies, in terms of the actual production, the farming of Seamoss, how did you get yourself, did you get assistance, did you get training from the fisheries department?
We got training from Vaughan, Syria.
From Vaughan, okay.
Yes.
And then you got to know what to do?
Yes.
Okay. And then from there, but how much Seamoss, and when did you began that? You said, what, 2 years ago?
Yes, 2 years ago, COVID.
Okay.
Yes.
And then from there, moving on, did you sell the raw Seamoss, or did you also do your own, your drinks before you did the gummies?
Before I went, yes, I used to do the Seamoss drink and Seamoss punch. That's how I started.
And you had a market for that?
Yes.
Okay. So where you used to market? I
used to sell my drinks and my Seamoss punch at JQ's Mall, Rodney Bay. Because I also have a store at JQ's Mall, Rodney.
Okay. Very good. So up to now, you're still doing your Seamoss punches, your drinks and stuff.
Right.
Okay. So what got you into the gummies now?
I got into the gummies because everybody else was doing, like I said, gel, and I wanted to be different, and I like to be different.
Okay.
So I started doing my research, and then I started putting my ingredients together, and then from there on, it was not perfect at the same time, first time, but I had a lot of challenges getting it to be what I wanted it to be.
Okay.
But as time goes by, it became better, and when I give people to sample, they used to tell me, okay, it's a good product, so I can continue. So that gave me a boost.
So where do you market?
I like I said, I'm selling at JQ's Mall, Rodney Bay.
And where else? I'm sure gummies, kids like gummies, eh?
Well, yes, but a lot of people, the neighbors around, like when they have parties, children parties, they order from me. Like I package it for them, and then they put it in their children's party bags. So that's how it's started going out. People getting to know about me, and then it's doing well.
Oh, good. So you intend to increase your market?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, I must tell you people, I sampled it. I'm sure Nimrod can tell you that.
Yeah,
and
it's nice.
That will go far. That's a seller. So I'm sure Nimrod is in the marketing business, so I suppose you all can team up. But Nimrod, going back a bit, before I come to what you have done thus far, I think you have done an amazing job with the derivatives of Seamoss. What were your challenges before you get to that stage?
My challenge is trying to, basically it was about getting the stuff sold, I mean. That was the challenge.
Okay.
Getting the stuff sold. Where do we sell it? Okay? And I remember coming to your office and every government office on the island,
I remember,
looking for assistance with that type of thing. And I always tell people it was an act of God. That is why we're here today.
Yes.
Because there was, it was like you just knocking your head against a wall and there's nowhere to go.
Okay, now coming from Export St. Lucia, you heard that the assisting with the marketing of Seamoss, and they have done quite a lot as far as putting St. Lucia Seamoss on the market. That is the dried Seamoss. Okay. In your opinion, do you think that's the best way to go as far as looking at the value added?
All right. On that avenue, that end, right now, there's an issue where we have a surplus of Seamoss on the market, right? And we have to be realistic. If we going to keep sending those amounts of Seamoss out there, we're going to be having problems, because after a while things will slow down, just like they have done right now. All right. So what we need to be doing is going into the value-added products, and I wish my good friend Darian was there.
Yes.
Yeah, he would really go into
expound
that.
on that. Yes.
What we need to do is to go into value-added products where we use less product, or we make more money. All right. And it opens up avenues where it could create a lot of employment. It could generate a lot of employment. All right. For instance, what you see on this table right there is only just a little fraction of what we do. Okay. For instance, I have this young lady in Marigo by the name of Yvonne Alexander, who does my soaps, hair care, skin care, whatever you could think of with Seamoss. All right. The possibilities with Seamoss are endless. They're limitless, basically. On this table, looking on this table, you'd see about almost 20 different products just by looking at the table. And every last thing there is a different product that could stand on its own. Okay? So I believe that wholesale Seamoss is not the way to go. I used to be the biggest exporter of Seamoss in St. Lucia at one time. So I can tell you that it's not the way to go.
So you're a millionaire in Seamoss?
No, I'm not. I wish you know. But
the kind of money I hear Export St. Lucia
oh Lord,
exported.
That would
you
have
talk
been
about
sweet.
$6 million worth. I mean, in a short space of time.
You see the vibe with that is you paying the farmers. You buy the stuff from the farmers. You only getting a fraction of that. So the farmers are the millionaires, not me.
Oh, not but the products that you have here, I mean, how did you get to that point? Did you experiment? Who tell you that you can do 20 different commodities from Seamoss?
Well, there's a saying, necessity is the mother of invention.
True.
All right? Seamoss drinks have been around for a while, and then I again will go to Seamoss Farmers Association, Poale Seamoss Farmers Association.
Yes.
You have a lot of brilliant heads in there who do not get the recognition that they're supposed to get.
Sure.
And I am one to give it.
Yes.
Okay? For instance, you had this lady by the name of Greta.
Greta was I was just coming to tell you that. Greta was a pioneer, you know.
Yes.
Where is she, by the way, today?
She's in England right now.
Ah.
Yeah, she's in England right now.
Okay.
I've got the idea.
Before you get into this, we'll do for our break, okay?
All right.
You're watching Agriculture on the Move. Please stay tuned because we have a lot in store for you.
What's in the food you're eating? Do you really even even know all the chemicals and hormones used to accelerate their growth. All the artificial flavoring, sweeteners and colors too. We consume and we don't spare a thought for the damage that they'll do. No, think about the children. Think about the children. How will we save them? Chemicals and GMOs are not the solution. Use organic and join.
Excessive agrochemical use, additives, and genetically modified foods are harmful to health and the environment. Join the good food revolution. Grow, buy, and consume organic. A message from Rise St. Lucia and the Ministry of Sustainable Development with funding from the GEF Small Grants Program, UNDP.
The good food revolution.
Welcome back to the program, Agriculture on the Move. Of course, we're talking about Seamoss production in St. Lucia. That industry is growing, and it's growing leaps and bounds. I just want to say to you, we are going into a Seamoss fiesta. We have had one a few years ago, 6 years ago, in a very small way, just to test, the waters. But this time we're going to further in a big way. You'll hear more about it as we start to put that program together. And today we are here with Nimrod and also with Prisca, who are also involved in the production of value added to Seamoss. So Nimrod, the little journey with Greta and the association in Pralin. I mean, there is a what do you call a processing plant there, right?
Yeah.
Was it built primarily for the production of Seamoss?
Yes, it was built primarily with the idea that you could use Seamoss to make different products. Okay? So for instance, these fruit-flavored drinks, these are not my original ideas. Okay. All right? I got those ideas from Seamoss Farmers Association. Like I said, my auntie, Esther Peter.
Yeah.
Remember, she was doing Vigamoss.
Vigamoss,
she
yes.
came from there also.
Yes.
So all of those ideas are just ideas that we're bringing back. All right. Instead of using the milk, we use the fruits. So, for instance, you have the passion fruit flavored Seamoss in the corner over there, and then you have the fruit punch on that side. Then you have my specialty right there, Fix Up Tonic Wine. That was just all me. All right. Basically, to sell the stuff, you have to do stuff to sell it. So I created this drink right there. It's a male enhancement drink. It's also good for the ladies, but
but it's particularly male.
Yes, it's like something like a Magnum tonic wine.
So which is your bestseller there?
Oh, my bestseller in St. Lucia would be this one right here. It's the male enhancement tonic. Fix Up Male Enhancement Tonic.
Yeah, I would like the guys to give me a zoom on that.
And then we have the Fix Up Tonic Wine.
Wow.
All right, these.
So what's that? What's it?
It's a Fix Up Tonic.
Fix Up Tonic. So what? It's an energy drink.
Yeah, it gives energy because of the calca in there.
Oh, so you have other additives in there.
Yeah, so you have calca, you have boabade, you have tabac jab, then you have shadow benny to help with the inflammation. Because as you know, most men suffer with a little bit of inflammation and they feel they have an issue. It's only inflammation.
Oh, okay.
Right? So once you take off this little inflammation, you're working properly.
I noticed you have some capsules there too.
Those are male enhancement capsules also. They are an 8-day thingy. All right, so you start off on the first day, you take 2, and then you take 1 a day afterwards.
Okay.
All right. Increases.
But you're focusing only on the men.
No. We just start working on the tunnel. Right? So
you have my lady there on the camera. I'm sure she's looking to see whether
we add the Seamoss to smoothies.
Right? So we have the womb cleanser for the ladies, to help them out with their PCOS and stuff of that nature.
All right.
And then we have a bunch of tinctures. So we have Gwenaba Fay, what they call Concombre Coulis. You have plantain, tabac jab, soursop extract.
Wow.
Seamoss extract on the table right there. So basically, everything in there is mixed with Seamoss extract. Okay, it's not the actual gel. It's, where is it?
But do you do anything apart from the soaps? Do you do anything for skincare?
Yeah, we do soaps, we do shampoos, we do face masks, we do face toners, we do scrubs. We do the works.
Where can we get that to buy? Is it in the supermarket? Tell us.
No,
Because
it's not,
people are asking.
it's not at the supermarket.
So
Mostly people contact us on Facebook, you know, say, well, hey, I want X, Y, and Z, because I do a lot of advertising on Facebook, well, on social media, Instagram, Facebook, wherever, YouTube, wherever. All right. The young lady also does a lot of her own marketing and also, so you could get the stuff on Facebook.
What I see here, is it certified by the Bureau of Standards?
Everything on the table is certified by Bureau of Standards.
Okay, great. And so where do you have your processing plant?
Our processing plant is in Denry Boisjoli Road.
Okay.
Right. The thing is, the market here was so small that we had to try and penetrate markets out of St. Lucia.
Good.
So basically, the focus was mainly on out of St. Lucia. All right. So people like Darian with his website would take a few hundred of them at a time to put on.
And it's going.
Yeah, they go. We have a lot of my products are actually rebranded, so the customers would send their labels and whatever, we put them on and we send them out to them.
So Prisca, with in addition to your drinks and your gummy bears, what else you have in mind moving forward?
Moving forward, I am thinking of Seamossicles and the popsicles
for the kids.
For the kids,
Yeah.
I'm more focused on the kids.
So you're kids driven.
Kids.
Okay. So how soon you're hoping to start that?
Soon.
Okay.
Soon.
Okay. So your processing plant again, is it has Bureau Standards? You have not gone.
No.
So that will be your next move, eh?
That will be my next move.
Yeah, proper labeling and stuff like that. Yes. So you can of course get a lot of history from Nimrod. They can guide you, you know. And of course you can speak to the Von them, you know, and then
Von and I, we keep close contact.
Yes, so at least it can guide you, you know.
Yes.
So how in terms of your production of your fresh Seamoss, what's your production on a weekly basis? You harvest every week?
No, not every week.
Okay.
Because my husband is at work and it's like, say every other week or so.
Oh, okay. All right. So how many persons in your area that are involved with Seamoss, as far as production, fresh production of Seamoss?
About 12.
About 12. That's exactly where?
That's in Mena.
That's in Mena in Moshi. Yeah. Okay. All right. And you'll have what are your problems up there? Are you encountering any problems? I know Priya Larson is one of one. You know, are you?
For the truth, I have not experienced that.
Okay.
We have not experienced it.
But I know in
the early days we had
in the early days, yeah. Especially but during COVID they had a big problem up in Prale, eh?
No, Opicon had a bigger
yes. So Opicon had a big one because I remember we went to both places, but Opicon is the hardest hit. Yeah. The hardest hit. Okay. Now we're moving into the Seamoss Fiesta on October 16 in Fondor. Tell us what you want to do. What only your gummy bears you bring in? What else you bring into the fore, Prisca?
I am now focusing on the gummies because I know that will be the fastest seller.
Yeah, because there will be a lot of children there. Yes. Because it's a family day.
Yes, I'll be more focusing on the gummies.
More on the gummies. Okay. Now, yes. All right. What about you, Nemrod?
Oh well, we'll bring what we have.
Yeah, but so what you would want, because what would be your signature drink that you would want people to come to your booth to sell? Because here's an opportunity to market yourself, you know. That's why I brought you all here, you know, to market yourselves and also to market, you know, the fiesta we're having.
All right, so those drinks that would be available, along with we have party favors also. We have fruit flavored gels, and people could always come and get they fix up, I mean, we're there.
So your choice product will be your meal enhancement.
Nah, bro, I see that.
That's what I see.
You can come for everything.
Any one of them.
Every one of them.
It's your choice. I mean, you pick what you want.
Okay. So, apart from your marketing outside of St. Lucia, you go around. Is it on the supermarket shelves there? Or?
We have certain stores that well, bars mostly, and we're looking by the end of October to have those products, the drinks, in every bar in St. Lucia.
Okay.
All right. So currently we're at Val's place in Richford, the Richford gas station, No Good's place in Lakai, Natasha's place in Larissus. In Denver, we were at Albert's place. In Vieux-Fort, we buy Apa.
We have Apa.
Yeah.
But you have a man to market the thing for you. Apa is easy, you know.
Buy Apa. In Monrepo, we were at Chap's Bar and One Stop Supermarket. What's the name of this dude? Survivors Bar. And we're moving down the
Okay,
the
that's
road,
good.
you know?
That's good.
We'll be at Uptowns by the end of the month, at Uptown Liquor Store.
Okay,
By the end of the
okay.
month also.
Okay. But moving forward, people, as far as the industry is concerned, where do you think the ministry can assist? Do you think there are areas of strengthening, creating the environment for the growth of the industry?
That's a big question. Yeah. The ministry could assist in a host of ways.
Okay.
All right. Not just one ministry. You know. I mean, commerce and agriculture should come together. All right. Marketing, I feel more can be done in the marketing.
So what are you looking for in marketing?
I mean, for our Seamoss to be not just because in the beginning, our Seamoss was being sold as a brand, St. Lucia Seamoss. All right. Right now, we're selling Seamoss, basically.
Okay.
And that's one of the big issues that we have.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I feel that if something could be done marketing-wise, where we could bring back everything underneath that little brand and everything that comes out is St. Lucia Seamoss, I think that would be one of the catalysts that would take the industry to the next level. Because right now we're selling less than 1% of the world's Seamoss. All right, we're just a little rock.
Okay.
But there's so much more potential if we market this thing not just in the US. The US is our main market. If we go like to Europe, not just England, because that's our second biggest market.
Yes.
I'm talking Germany, all over. So marketing would be the area that I think that more emphasis should be placed on.
Okay, great. Prisca, any final words for you before we end? Anything you want to say to the people out there who want to get into Seamoss production and also to add value to it?
Well, I think more people should go into byproducts of Seamoss.
Facts.
A lot of people, everybody going into
Just the drinks.
just the drinks and so, but there are so many byproducts that we can do, and we have a lot of farmers,
Yeah.
so there is no need to fear where you're going to source your Seamoss from,
Cool. True.
because you will be able to get the
The
Seamoss.
Seamoss, yes.
Yeah, because farmers have Seamoss at their homes, and sometimes you can hardly move because you have Seamoss at
All over the place.
Seamoss all over the place. So
yes.
you will get enough Seamoss to go ahead and do your byproducts.
Oh, okay, very
So
good.
I guess more people should go into the byproducts of Seamoss.
Okay, very good. Well, as you know, we're going into this Seamoss Fiesta, and that'll be another way of another platform to tell St. Lucia where we at. I'm fascinated. We had this meeting there. I only saw you brought one product. I'm fascinated by this, and I'm sure people are fascinated by this. So come on the 16th of October at the Fodder National Park. You will be surprised to see the various derivatives from Seamoss. The school children are going to be there. There will be a competition among the schools, hopefully if all goes well, and there'll also be a Seamoss what we call a recipe book, because again we would want to include persons who are going to be there to showcase what the signature product in that book. And that book will be available, hopefully, if all goes well, on that day. So your name will be in there, your product will be in there. So that's another platform for marketing. Okay? So don't forget, your gummy bears will be there, trust me. So somebody will be coming to you all. So those persons will be participating. We are hoping that you will be there. You will see an exhibition. There'll be an exhibition booth showcasing, the premium commodities coming from people like my Nimrod here, and also my gummy bear lady there. And there are others out there, from next week I'm bringing some more people here. So you will see what's happening. So again, thank you for viewing the program, and we hope to see you at Fondo on October 16th. I'm Philip Sidney saying goodbye.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.